What's up, Lorehounds? It's Koopa inside the Funcom booth. We're checking out Secret World. I'm with two of the communications guys.
Yeah, my name is Thor Anderson and I'm the Junior Communications Manager.
My name is Erling Ellingson. I'm the Director of Communications.
So Erling, how do you hook people in as they're passing by? What's your pitch to those people just kind of casually interested when they're moving around?
I think the best pitch to just grab people is, imagine if everything was true. All your nightmares, all legends, myths, conspiracy theories, Loch Ness monsters, Stonehenge, the magical Stonehenge, Bigfoot. Imagine all of that was true. And then playing an MMO in a world where all of that is true. And that is the Secret World. It's a modern day, massively multiplayer online game set in our real world. You'll be visiting locations like New England, Egypt, Transylvania, New York, London. But it's a world where everything is true.
And it's set in today's time frame.
It's a contemporary MMO. It's set in our day and age, yeah.
So one of your big things you guys have is your progression system is quite complex. You guys have an incredible amount of skills that you can earn and then use. So why did you guys first of all, the wheel of choices is very cool.
Thank you.
Breaks it down, makes it very visual for people to be able to comprehend how complex it can be.
Yeah.
Why did you guys decide to kind of throw that open net out there?
Well, I mean, to us, we wanted to make an MMO that was different from other MMOs out there, and that's one of the things we did with Age of Conan, and we wanted to do the same with the Secret World. And we felt that it was exciting to explore doing an MMO that doesn't have levels. And with the Secret World, we want to go a different direction, so we're basically giving players over 500 different abilities, and we're telling them that they can earn all of these if they want to on one character. And they can tweak and they can mix and match between all of these different abilities and create decks, basically, or builds of characters using these different abilities. So they can only bring 7 active and 7 passive of this into battle, and that's sort of their deck. And all of the abilities are sort of like cards in a collectible card game.
So you mentioned that you can actually get all 500. Do you guys have any idea of the time frame it would take to do such a thing?
The further you get into the game, the more often you're going to get ability points, but the more expensive the abilities are going to get. So to play, you're going to play a really long time if you're going to get them all. Yeah, but you're going to be getting them continuously, and the thing is, you're going to need different builds for different situations. So you want to train a lot of abilities so you can handle a lot of different stuff, a lot of different dungeons, different challenges, different missions, and you want to be swapping between your builds the whole time, because some weapons, some abilities are going to be effective in some situations, and in other situations you're going to need completely new stuff. Perhaps you need healing, perhaps you need more tanking, perhaps you need more ranged attacks. So you're going to, and every ability you train, all of them are useful, all of them are unique, none of them will ever be obsolete, so you'll never be wasting a point in the wheel.
There's always a situation, but how often do you expect people to be changing? Do you expect them to be changing every couple fights, every couple pulls?
Depends how deep into the game they go. If they're gonna be playing the really high-end dungeons, they're gonna need to change often, because they want to be effective.
And one of the really cool things is that you can play, you can change your gameplay experience depending on how you feel like. if you want to be a healer one day, you just switch to a healer build. If you want to be a tank, you switch to a tank build. You can do it all, within a matter of minutes. And that's one of the really compelling things about the Secret World, that it doesn't lock you into one play style.
Are you able to save the build so you don't have to rebuild them all the time?
Yeah, you save them in what we call a gear manager, and there you save both the abilities and the gear you have on. And so you can just swap between these, you can just name them, and you swap between these builds in a second. You just have to do it outside of combat, and you can swap anytime you want.
It sounds like a very nice feature, but there is one thing I'd be worried about as a player and someone who's done these large-scale raid things, and that's between the pulls, all this downtime of people swapping back and forth, even if you do the saves. Is that something you guys are trying to address to minimize how much you're standing around, just having everybody go and change as needed?
But a swap takes 2 seconds. There's no downtime. It's just if you really know what you need to do, then the action is continuous. But if you're getting your ass kicked all the time, then there's going to be a lot of downtime. If you don't have the good builds, the real tools to handle the situation. So if you know what you're doing, the flow is going to be really good.
Thanks so much. So Secret World, when are we getting our hands on this bad boy?
Well, the game launches on June 19, but if you pre-order the game today, you can actually start playing it May 11th. We're going to do beta weekends for everyone who pre-orders, almost every weekend from May 11th up to launch. So,
is there going to be a wipe?
What was that?
Is there going to be a character wipe?
There will be a character wipe before launch, but you will be able to transfer your character from weekend to weekend. So you will be able to continue every weekend, and we're adding more and more content into these beta weekends. So it's a great way to see the game before it launches.
Thanks so much, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks.